your streets. If there's already street light, we'll put water tank everywhere. We play and we look at the street, what is really the infrastructural need of this place, and you will win it to your place. I hope that is a beautiful idea. We can't keep waiting for one government to do, and while the boys are having fun, getting exercise, development is happening. Abi? All right. So please join me, welcome first the champion of the Warriors in the city of Warri, Audrey Mukoro. Let's put our hands together for her. Audrey is resilient. It's a description you can have for her. She is very resilient. Very resilient. She believes in what she believes. You can see that anyway. Let's make welcome very quickly Mr. Alfred Ukani, an agro-business expert. These are the farmers. The farmers. It's not everybody that will be in the GDG and the API. You know, when Charles started talking, he would just say, so what we do in the GDG, I said they don't start to tech people, they always believe, say, we know it's in the talk. He said the GDG and the API will work with the free code camp. What will be all these things? So it's not everybody that will do that. Let us quickly also welcome Kenneth Ijama. Is the CEO of Sales Unit. Please put your hands together. Let's welcome also Ogene Tejiri Agbodoroba. And please, let's welcome the man who I know, Victory Ihelobo. So, there are some people whose names I'll read later who are not all of them are even here. Some of them sent representative who, as a person, I think that they have added some sense of value and also a standard to our city. For example, I believe that Safari as a pharmacy, they push the bar so high that when you open chemist, you know say you open chemist. You understand what I mean? For a pharmacy to become a chain of pharmacies, all very well done. That's, for our city, is visionary and a standard to live up to. I believe that he's done very good work here. So even if you now have your one pharmacy, you should remember Safaris. Abi? All right, so we have some awards that we'll give out later, right? After the fireside conversations. Please, one more time, can we celebrate these amazing people?
All right, Warri, good afternoon. Okay, quickly, we're going to get straight into the fireside conversations. Okay, there's no fire. No fire. All right. We want to, these people, all of them seated here, were selected out of a very vast majority. And the idea is that these guys at some point, not at some point, even currently, are building one thing or the other. For instance, I know Kenneth Ijama. Kenneth is, he built a product for businesses to, in fact, he will talk about it. So firstly, everybody just tell us your name and then what you do. Let's know what you do in 30 seconds. So Kenneth, yes.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Kenneth Ijama. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Sales Unit. So at Sales Unit, we're building...
Okay, they said they can't hear you, so just...
Can you hear me now? Okay. So I'm the CEO and co-founder at Sales Unit. So at Sales Unit, we're building a bookkeeping system for micro and small businesses across Africa, but so proudly to say that we're starting from the city of Warri. And the whole idea of Sales Unit was born out of a personal experience I had when I was working as a restaurant manager at my mom's restaurant. So thank you very much. I think that's a brief introduction.
Okay. So what he does is if you run a business where you need inventory management and all that, yes. All right. So let's celebrate him. So over to you, Audrey.
Hello, everyone. My name is Audrey Mokoro. I am the founder of Audrey Sickle Cell Foundation, and I champion the warrior cause in Warri and outside Delta State.
All right, put your hands together for her. Mr. Alfred.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Alfred Ukane. I am an agribusiness specialist, and I am the founder of Truvac Agro Services. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Agbodoroba Genetidri. I'm a product designer and also one of the co-leads of the Google Developers Group in Warri.
Thank you very much, Mr. Victory.
All right. Hello.
Can you guys hear him? Can you guys hear? We want to hear him. Okay.
Sorry. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Victory Gelubo. I'm a business growth strategist and the head of business development at Lifesh Consulting. I work with entrepreneurs and teams to start and grow their businesses into bigger, better structured, and more profitable companies. Thank you.
Okay, no, just hold the mic. Let me begin with you. So you work with small businesses in the city of Warri.
Yes.
And you do branding and you do consulting majorly. First of all, have you ever been presented with an option of having a bigger opportunity outside of the city? If yes, why did you not take that opportunity? Why are you still here?
All right, sincerely, for what I do, I have always been faced with that option. Even friends like, you Norma, what are you doing here? Because at a point, there is always that case where it's like the environment cannot pay the true worth of the service you're offering, especially where it is. So yes, I've been faced with that. But one of the reasons why I've not taken that option yet is that we are supposed to grow from here across the world. So it's still part of our big plan, in the next 2 years to have our Abuja office, Lagos office, Port Harcourt office, and several offices to help us and will this service we are offering to SMEs, because our mission is actually to Africa. So we are still here because we're supposed to start here and expand from here to other places. Yeah.
Can we put hands together for him for that? Now, one thing I also want to know from you is because there are a lot of SMEs or MSMEs in this room. For those of us who do not know what SMEs means, SMEs are small and medium enterprises. Then if you add M, it becomes micro, small, and medium enterprises. Mr. Victory, having worked across all of this spectrum, what is the one challenge that you have dealt with small businesses around the city of Warri? One challenge, if you can put it in one word.
If I will put it in one word, it's small thinking.
Wow, small.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
So it's more like, for many people, we are doing something that has the capacity to grow big. We are doing something that has the capacity to scale. But there is something we discover, a lot of us are doing business for daily bread. And that kills everything. So if you're talking to somebody about structure, growth strategy, branding, and all these mentalities, like I say, make a fee chop. Every other thing you're trying to sell to that person is not relevant to the person. And I think for many, that's the challenge, all right? And then there are many reasons, because we've worked practically with business people, especially in this city, across tech and every place. Even in the case when they will say, man, these are the challenges that they're having, because that's one thing we also face. We can't tell them the truth. If you tell people, I think from my own diagnostics, this is the challenge your business has, they don't agree with you, because they think they know what the challenge is. So I think that's one of the challenge. People need to begin to think bigger about what they are doing, and that can help them accommodate the right structures and processes and all of that to improve their business.
Amazing. Can we put hands together for him for that? Small thinking. By the way, we're going to have a Q&A. So for those of us who have questions, please do well to write your questions somewhere. The ushers are going to take them when the time comes. So let's, Ms. Tejuri, you work in tech, yeah? And your kind of tech is no-code tech. So One of the challenges that people have around is when they talk about tech, they only think of programming, just the programming. And then if you do not have the mind for programming, you just shy away. Can you speak to that, with tech generally? Can you make it common? Can you make tech, especially your kind of tech, common for people in the audience?
All right. Okay, so to answer that question, I think I'll start first by a lot of people have to understand that they have a lot of transferable experiences. And an example I will cite to you is for someone who has been in a secretarial role for a long time.
In what? Sorry, being in the...
A secretarial role.
Okay,
yeah, for a long time. Or you've been like an administrative role for a long time. It's easy for you to transfer those skills to be a customer success support for a tech company.
Customer success support.
Because you can transfer those skills.
Somebody, I'm assuming that somebody is writing that down, okay?
Because you can transfer those skills. I will also use myself as an example. When I first started, I started first with just basically branding design. But I decided to improve, and that was when I got into product design, and I started learning UI and UX. And the thing about it is, once you become overly interested, you would want to build on it. Sure. So basically, just to reiterate, it's not just about programming. You can be in tech, you can be a product manager, you can be a project manager, and like I said before, you can be in customer success. You can be a technical writer if you're good with writing. You can be a copywriter, a content writer. All of these skills are transferable. So it's just basically for you to identify what you love to do and see how you can bring that value into tech.
Wow, can we put hands together for her? Now, I'm going to ask you one more question before I come back. You work from Warri, I gathered, yeah? And you've been able to work with lots of international firms. What are some of the challenges that you have faced doing your kind of work, working from here to the rest of the world? What are some of the challenges that you experience?
I think the most popular one will have to be power supply.
NEPA.
Yeah, sometimes you can just be in a meeting and your lights are all up and the next thing you just go dark. And you're like, TJ, where are you? And considering the fact I'm also dark, so power supply... Power supply is one of the major issues. Also, constant internet. There are some stuffs that you do that you need reliable internet. Sometimes the program I used to design called Figma, it's in the cloud. If you don't have internet connection and maybe you've pushed a new design and maybe the developer or maybe your manager you're collaborating with has not seen it because of bad internet, it's not loaded yet, and it saves automatically. So if you don't have consistent internet, you might not be able to push your design immediately. So I would say power supply and internet. Those are the
so
two.
why are you still here? With all of the things that you have mentioned, why are you not in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, or maybe, why have you not even Jackpad?
All right. I would say the reason I'm still here is because when I started in tech, it was more like I was trying to look for the next part I would take, and that was when I met Mr. Schaus. And he was the one that basically introduced me to tech, and like, it walked me through. So most times when you're like, you say, teacher, when I look at you, say, I'm amazed at how much you've grown. So I would say it's because I want people to understand that you can be whatever you want to be, regardless of your location.
Yeah.
I walk into places, I introduce myself, I tell them I'm from Warri, and they'll be like, you don't sound or act like the typical Warri. And I'll be like, I don't need to. My skills should speak for me, not where I'm coming from. True. If I'm able to provide the same value that someone on the international standard can provide, that's all you need. Don't care about where I'm coming from. So I would say, I want to inspire more people in this place and let them know you can do whatever you want to do and reach people in the world.
Amazing, amazing. Please give her a round of applause. Thank you so much. So, Mr. Alfred, you're next. You know, when we talk about change and all that, we are very quick to talk about tech, right? You know, just coding, tech can change the world, yes. But you are bringing people to the farm, or you are what's the word now? You are changing perspective as it has to do with agriculture. Can you tell us more about that? How can we plug in? How can an average Warri boy plug into agriculture and, make money?
All right. So when you hear agriculture, right, the first thing that comes to mind is farm.
Cutlass,
True or true,
shovel.
right? But the Warri ecosystem is largely driven by trading, buying and selling.
Yeah.
Right? Majority of, like 90% of our businesses are driven by buying and selling. Now, the category of the demography of the people who are capturing value in this trading or buying and selling is usually the Hausas and the Igbo when it comes to food and agriculture. So agriculture itself is an all-encompassing word that transcends beyond just farming. So we are looking at food, as it were, and then every other process that is involved in the value chain of agriculture, right? So if you say Alfred is trying to change people's mind, or Alfred wants to talk people into the opportunities that are available in agriculture, I will tell you, start monitoring warehouses in Warri.
Warehouses. Wow.
Start looking at the guys who are pulling trailers of rice into Warri, trailers of onions into Warri, trailers of tomatoes into Warri, and different type of things that you have that people are consuming on a daily basis. And ask yourself, how can I be a part of this, right? Can I market the product? Can I serve as a logistics person that can move the product from one place to another? Can I serve as a warehouse person? I don't like the many drama. I just want to build warehouse and then lease it off or rent it off to whether it's brewery company, whether it is Indomie, whether it is any of all these perishable products, and so on and so forth. So there are numerous opportunities depending on where your passion lies. But the truth is that people are walking past opportunities in agriculture without even thinking about it. They don't see it as agriculture, right? But majority of the people, from the people who are selling Coca-Cola to water to Indomie to onions to eggs, just you name it, all of them are in agribusiness.
Can we?
Yeah.
That's an eye-opening opportunity, right? And some time back I used to think, I said, why Warri people not to do suya? Have you ever seen a non-Hausa person do suya? You have seen. It's very rare. Why they not they do suya? Why? For a long time, it was the malams that were the ones doing yam, fried yam, for a long time until we started, doing it. And noodles as well. That's the name Meshai. It was just them until we started coming on board. So one of the things I picked from what he's saying is that agriculture is not just about cutlass and farming, because you find gear normally now. You cannot what you go do your steez. Got the cuts, But beyond all that, like he mentioned, there's a value chain. You can take from the farm to the market. That's it. All right. So let's go to Audrey now. For Audrey, one of the reasons why I like what she does is she's into social entrepreneurship, right? She does mostly non-profit stuff, right? No profit in what she does, but she's been She's been at the forefront of championing sickle cell education, fighting for warriors, and whatnot. So Audrey, I'm going to ask you one simple question. What is your inspiration? What inspires you?
What inspires me, first of all, is the fact that once you say to people that you live with sickle cell disorder, there's this mindset that, this person doesn't really have much to offer.
Yeah.
So, first of all, why would you even say I don't have much to offer? I have much to offer because I have done the things you can do, right? I have gone to school. I have, made a name for myself, despite the pains. Yes, the pains are there, but that doesn't define me. That shouldn't make me, make me less of a human.
Yeah.
All right? So I should be able to say, this thing you want to do, or this is how I think it is, because I have graded myself to a point where you need to consult me or to ask me certain questions when you're coming into the sickle cell space.
Yeah.
So there's nothing that will happen in Delta State today as regards sickle cell that I will not know of, that I will not be informed, I will not be called on. Because
you can clap if you want to.
I have gotten to that point
okay.
where the sickle cell community trusts me enough to want to bring me out there and say, there's no other person to do it than Audrey. If Audrey is not on this, then we're not doing it.
Oh. Can we put hands together for her? So one of the things that is striking with her story is that she said even the pains are there, right? So you could be going through something that is painful, quote and unquote, whether physically or emotionally, whatever, and still be able to cause change and still be able to create change despite the pain, that you may be going through. Can you tell us about like the foundation and the work? Perhaps somebody here is listening and want to,
Okay, briefly, when I started in 2018, I think I started from Warri. I stayed a lot outside Warri after school. But when I wanted to start this, I had to come back to start from my community because I knew that growing up here, we had one sickle cell clinic. And that sickle cell clinic, there are a lot of sickle cell warriors in Warri precisely. Not everybody they can cater for. So I said, there's no need starting it in Port Harcourt, starting it anywhere else where I stayed. Let me come back to Warri and start off. And that was how I came, and I started in 2018. And really, it has not been easy. I've met a lot of roadblocks. And a lot of the times, people will say, what is the need for me? It's difficult to get people who want to volunteer, to do the work we're doing, and not ask, how much now? How far now?
Oh, wow.
Or we go to a community where we want to do a free genotype test and give warriors drugs and all of that, and they tell you, Mama, if you don't pay the bill, we're not going to allow you.
Okay, to even give them. Oh, wow, that's interesting.
We've had that. So we've had issues, but it doesn't stop me. I don't want to say because of the things I've faced in Warri, I wouldn't expand. Currently, we're not just in Delta States. We're now in Port Harcourt, we're in Lagos, we're in Abuja. That's my organization. That's what we've been able to do outside of this place. We started from here, right? It wasn't easy. All of these temptations was not easy, right? But I had to say, if we don't get it right, we try again.
Yeah.
And this is the headquarters. Anybody doing anything with Audrey Sickle Cell Foundation, have you reached out to the team in Warri? Have you seen, have you discussed with them? Do they know what you want to do and all of that? So if we are not, I didn't start from here. I didn't insist on starting from here. There's no way we would have been able to expand across this place, right? It is not easy, like I keep saying. Now I can say there's sickle cell clinics, not just one in Warri.
Wow.
There's the other sickle cell clinic, there's NPA, there are other sub-clinics that I have had to support. I've had to gone to talk to them and give them the support they need, give them the drugs they need to help people, Wow. So it is not an easy thing. Yeah, Warri is difficult. Warri is difficult, up to volunteering, up to helping people. The highest support I've gotten from the whole thing I've been doing for the past 6 years now is not even in Warri.
Wow.
People will call me internationally. I don't even know them, but we see the work you do. Please, we want to key in. And the money we get to do all of these things we do for warriors, right? It is not from Warri. It is not from Warri. I can tell you that for fact. But what we go do now? Warri in our own. We go leave them.
Normally. Please put your hands together for her. And by the way, if you are, maybe you want to volunteer, you want to be a part of our organization, the Audrey.
We're looking for volunteers.
The Audrey Sickle Cell Foundation, you can just meet with her and then, ask her on how to go about it. Now, let me talk to my friend, Kenneth. Please pass the mic. I know for sure that, Kenneth is into tech and is not a baby, sort of. He's a big man in tech, so, And Kenneth, his opportunities are not just here. His opportunities are even more abroad. So my first question would be like I asked Mr. Victory, why have you not left? Why? What do you see here that keeps you? Okay, you can use this.
Okay, can you hear me? Oh, great. So the question is, what's keeping me here? Okay.
What's keeping me here and why I haven't left yet, right? Okay, great. So, okay. So, opportunities. There's a lot of opportunities.
Oh, there are opportunities in this town?
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
Amazing. Yes, a lot of bountiful opportunities. Yeah. So, the thing is, like Mr. Alfred said, and I think somebody said it to me, a wise man said it to me one time, that you walk past opportunities every day. The difference is just awareness. We're not just aware that those things exist. So the more you become aware, like you just open our eyes to the whole value chain of agriculture. I've never thought about that. And I walk past those things every day. So basically, I see opportunities. That's why I've not left.
So let me, because when you say you see opportunities, it's interesting because the mindset on the average is that worry not to, the opportunity not to day like that. So these opportunities that you see, is it that you have a different kind of eyes? How you tell they see the opportunity where you they see when the average, what's in the air is as you just make camp, you don't move. So how are you able to spot those opportunities? How are you able to see them?
Okay, so I'll just take a cue from how we started sales unit. So I was working.
I know your money is much. I know, so when your money don't many, your voice serve you're going deep. But we need to hear you, so just...
Okay, so I'll just take a cue from when we started sales unit. So I was working then as a restaurant manager for my mom. So I understand that we have serious bookkeeping challenge. So the money was coming in, but we're not seeing the money to do a lot of things. So in fact, those are the kind of things that will take you to church to do online prayers. So, but however, we kept at it, just doing what we can do. But I started attending business classes, and lo and behold, my business mentor is seated at my right hand here, Mr. Victory, and please celebrate him for me. So he taught me a lot of things I know about business. So I started attending business class. So I realized that my mom's business wasn't actually a spiritual problem. It was just that we are not aware of what was happening. We have
so what you're trying to say is most of the challenges that we seem to be encountering in the city are not necessarily spiritual. All right.
Yeah. So I saw that we had a business. So I said, okay, I'm going to build a solution to solve that problem just for my mom's business. But however, I realized that, there are a lot of business across the city of Warri. So I began doing my survey and asking questions. So do you have this similar problem? Do you have similar problem? Do you have similar problem? So I noticed that not just one, but a whole host of business has that same problem. So I said, okay, so we won't just build for my mom's business, but we'll build for others' business who have similar challenge. So that's why I said, in my own area, I see a lot of opportunities within Warri. So thank you very much.
Now I'm still talking to you. Okay. That's what. Okay, sir. Just briefly, okay. So one of the challenges, I think, because I'm in the tech space as well, the thing is, once you just learn how to code, you want to build payment app. That's why everybody just won't build payment. But then there are fintech. But then there are local problems around us, like the one that you're solving, that you can use tech to solve, So it seemed like, as you just enter tech, what's it, they fly drone. Some people never see drone once for this town, right? So how can we build contextually? There's something called contextual intelligence. You see something abroad. The fact that you see something abroad does not mean that it will just work here like that. Yeah, so how do we build contextually as we wrap up?
Okay, great. How do we build contextually? The first thing is you solve problems within your community.
Local
problems.
Yes.
So I usually used to say this. Mark Zuckerberg wasn't thinking about Nigeria when he was building Facebook. He wasn't thinking about it. He was thinking about his school and he built. So secondly, again, is the kind of so I would say this: the reason why we're building fintech is somebody has laid the cables. What I mean is, MTN literally laid cables from Lagos, Nigeria, all the way across Nigeria. So UBA, all the banks built what we call NIBSS.
NIBSS.
Yeah, so a system that helps us. You transfer money from UBA and you get it in Zenith Bank. They built that system. So the fintech becomes the next attractive thing because those infrastructure has been built. And if you look at it, there's many other areas talking about the agro economy. They lack the infrastructures that would allow you wake up one morning and say, I want to build a payment app. The reason why we're doing that is because we have the infrastructures laid down. So first of all, solve problems that is within your area. And
local problems.
Locally. And also open your eyes. Just be empathetic. That's the first thing. That's where it leads you.
Grammar down. Be empathic or be empathetic.
So put yourself in people's shoes.
So that you can understand their problems.
Their pain points. So you put yourself in their shoes and say, if I were this person, what would I be experiencing? Let's say if I'm Pastor T and Pastor Warri, I'm running a church like this. What are the unique problems I'll be experiencing? What are the management problems I'll be experiencing? Oh, how do I track new members that are coming? Oh, the new convert, did they come to church today? What are the systems that needs to be in place that will make his job much easy? And you go meet Pastor C and Pastor C, I think I want to build something that will help you do X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. I noticed you have the same problem because I spoke with 3 other pastors. I said they have the same problem. He said, wow, how did you thought about that? So go build it. So the thing is, if you don't put yourself in, if you're only thinking about your own problem, sorry, you won't get it done. One of my mentors said this, and I'll just wrap up with this. He said, God puts us in this world to solve the problem of his other children. So everyone is here, I'm solving your problem. Then I get my own problem solved. If I'm solving your problem, I get my own problem solved.